Hi, in this video I want to have a look at the Lucky Shot. It's a feature that has already been in King of Avalon for a very long time, but I've always had a bit of problem to decide what is really the best way to spend my coins. So I've looked into that a bit and I want to do some experiments, and I thought I'd make a video about it. The Lucky Shot is a feature that is unlocked whenever you buy a pack. So you need to at least spend some money on the game for this feature to unlock. I think this is one of the reasons why it's actually worth to spend at least some money on the game. I mean, you can always argue how much money you should spend on the game, but I think at least this game is set up in a way that it is very attractive to at least spend some money on the game, because besides this Lucky Shot there are a few other features that are unlocked as soon as you spend some money. Okay, so inside the tavern building there is a Lucky Shot menu. There you can make a selection of different type of fields, an equipment, gemstone, dragon and emblem rewards. These you can refresh to find one that really has the kind of rewards that you want. There's slight variations in each of these categories as well. And then once you have, for example, you select one, you say start, then you have a field where you can spend your Lucky Shot coins to open certain targets. The way this is set up is that the best targets always come at the end, and the amount of coins you need increases for each target that you have already opened. So there are a total of 9 targets, and the last 3 cost 36, 61 and 110 coins, so that's really quite a lot. So how to get these Lucky Shot coins? You get 2 of them via the daily rewards. So for milestones 4 you get 1 Lucky Shot coin, and milestone 6, so you should be able to quite easily get those 2 coins every day. But 2 coins a day is not so much, especially considering that the last targets, as I mentioned, go to 34, 61, 110 coins, so that is a lot of days collecting those daily rewards. Alternatively, you can also buy some packs that contain this Lucky Shot coins, but to my knowledge there is no other way to get these coins within the game without spending money except for the daily rewards. Let's have a look at the different fields. I reset the targets again, haven't really done anything. So you have equipment fields that has interesting prices: the Warmonger equipment scroll, the Deadseeker equipment scroll, and a lot of the Dragon Essence. Dragon Essence is a requirement to enhance gold equipment. And besides that you also get some other, let's refresh it, so you get quite some of the basic materials as possible prices. You can get steel, get some forging speed ups. That's basically it, and some Lord XP. So if we look at the gemstones, the prices here are quite interesting, especially because they have a Chivalry gemstone, which to my knowledge there is no other way to get it for without spending money in the game. So that's quite nice. There is a Conquest Stone as a price. I already have 2 of them, so that makes going for the gemstone, at least completing a field, makes it less attractive, similar to the Raw Valor gemstone. I also already have enough of those, and they are quite easy to get these days anyway. So going for this one will basically only be interesting if you really want to go for this Chivalry gemstone, but that's probably going to be the last one to open up, so that's going to cost you a lot of coins. For the rest, not very interesting things, I would say. A lot of the refining stones of various levels, and some simple gemstones, which is nice, but nothing too special. So this is really interesting if you want to go for the yeah, this Chivalry gemstone. So the equipment to get back on that, it's yeah, it's a nice way to get some materials, but there are other ways to get these as well. And for the rest, there's also nothing too special about it, except for the large amount of dragon essence, which is also quite difficult to get in other ways at the moment. But the scrolls are actually, at least the Dead Seeker equipment scroll is quite easy to get anyway. The dragon one, yeah, this rewards, it is a very large amount of dragon XP, which is definitely nice. The intensity crystal 5 is nice, but yeah, you can get that in other ways from the trials in the shop, not so expensive. Similarly for the intensity crystal 4, also not that, yeah, to get 5 of them is nice, but considering those are the real big rewards for this field, it's not that interesting. So for the rest, well, there are a lot of dragon XP fields, which is nice. Also some source stones, which I find less interesting. So refining runes less interesting, and some lower intensity crystals 1 and 3 is also a bit less interesting, not really, yeah, worthwhile. And there are also some fields with assault or guardian power, which can be considered interesting. Well, cannot see the guardian power now. Oh yeah, here it is. There is one. I knew there is one. And finally, the emblem one, which looks a bit similar actually to, in price wise, to the dragon one. Emblem is also, yeah, it's also related to the dragon, so maybe that makes sense to some extent. So you can get a radiant emblem, which is nice, and also a lot of brilliant aggression rewards. I don't know why there are, seems to be 4 of the same type of emblems as a reward. Don't know if that is some bug in the game. I don't know. Yeah, for the rest, the rewards are similar to the same as in the dragon category. Not yeah, not particularly interesting if you ask me. I mean, these emblems you can get, yeah, you can get them in the undead trader as well. I mean, not all the time, there are cooldown timers on that, but here you can also get those brilliant emblems and fragments for your oh, didn't realize I could already buy these again for the radiant emblem. So I'm not really, yeah, I don't really think it's worthwhile to yeah, to go for that. So recently I asked some feedback from the viewers of my videos to give some ideas of the lucky shot. Didn't get a lot of feedback, but one person did suggest to go for the dragon and not go for the I think not go for the best price, but just spend each time only go for one target and then go for a next field. And this person said that when he did that 10 times, 8 of the 10 times the first reward was a the medium assault power. So yeah, this medium assault power, which is quite a lot, 50 times 2000. So I'm going to try to do that a few times as well as an experiment to see what I'm getting. So I start this and I feel that it doesn't matter which one you take. So this is not very interesting to me. And I'm going to reset the targets and start again. So that is 1 out of 2, and reset the targets and start again. Reset the targets. So 2 out of 4. So this is not as good as this guy was having. That mentioned this, or girl, I don't know. 3 out of 6. So it seems, yeah, basically so far there seems to be more or less 50-50. Yeah, okay. So that's quite, yeah, I think it's still quite nice to have it 1 out of 2 times. So by spending 2 coins you get, yeah, 100,000 assault power, which is quite nice. I really wanted assault power, not too interested in the guardian power, so I'm quite happy with that. So probably this is a good thing to keep doing. I'm just curious whether I should also try it for some other fields to see, for example, yeah, what are you getting when you, yeah, when I would keep doing a field here. Let's select this field and see what happens if I do it here. So 340 animal height. Maybe I have to check if this animal, so that is the lowest price, that makes sense. So let's look. Actually I have a lot of animal height, so I shouldn't choose one with animal height, preferably probably maybe pine or cerussite will be more interesting for me. So maybe I should see whether there is another field. Pine here as the, yeah, let's go for that. Because spending 1 coin and getting 340 pine is probably also still quite interesting. An interesting way to get quite some materials quite fast. This is of course the price that we don't want. But yeah, let's see how it goes. Okay, it seems also maybe kind of like a 50-50, maybe even better. So this is quite a good way actually to get some basic materials, to, yeah, just choose a field with the one that you want, and then, yeah, you can add amounts quite fast. I haven't really looked like, is this the one that I really want, that I really need for my next equipment that I plan to make. But anyway, it's yeah, you can make some with coins quite fast. Is there any other field that is interesting? So we have done the equipment, the gemstones. Gemstones, I don't think so. Yeah, because I probably just get things that are worth very little. I'm likely to get some of this, yeah, these gemstones which are not really worth much. So let's not. And emblems also. So I think it's probably between dragon and equipment. Yeah, at this moment I'm mostly interested. And I think I want to go for a field where there is, I mean, I'm least interested in the refining rune, so then I prefer to have this for, although I don't need so many of those, but yeah, refining runes I don't want at all. So this is probably the most interesting field for me. And yeah, I'm just going to do a bit more. Well, I'm just going to keep doing that after the video. I think this is enough. So I hope this has yeah, given you some alternative ideas. I'm just sharing somebody else's suggestion, so it's not my own, but I still think it's very much worthwhile to share. And I would like to thank this person very much for sharing that with me. If you have any other questions or suggestions regarding the lucky shot or regarding any other feature, please feel free to share. That's always much appreciated. You can help me and potentially also help other players. Hey, thanks for watching this video.